tomorrow. Today there was a lot of overlap, so unfortunately we couldn't cover everything at the same time. So we're still waiting for ban. First ban is out. So SBP banning Trixie, which is it's a pretty straight up ban. You're in first ban position. Trixie can be kind of definitely a strong hero right now in the current meta. So definitely see a Trixie ban coming out. What do you think F3 is going to respond with? Are they going to do some type of respect ban, or are they going to try and lock something out for when they get their first 2 picks?
I don't know. I think bans have really opened up. Like, it's more about what you are comfortable with, not much what is OP. I can see a Harrow here. I could see a Vex, but Vex isn't as commonly banned anymore. But I'm guessing it's something like this. Maybe a Worm as well.
Not only is Vex not banned that often anymore, but when's the last time we even seen like a Vex even picked up in a match?
I think at the beginning of SPL Season 2 or in the tourney. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, but yeah, since then, and okay, so obviously a Harrow is coming out with that second ban. That's definitely a good second ban pick. They're not going to be in first position. Harrow is kind of a difficult hero to lane against in that 1v1 bottom lane, so not a bad ban there. And SBP coming out Vermilion first pick. What do you think about picking up your ADC? There's a lot of ADCs on the board right now. What do you think about them picking it up like right away? Obviously, go ahead.
Yeah, there are many ADCs out there, but I think Worm is the only one who truly is in the ADC role. But the bans are going pretty fast with F3 picking Vex and Claudessa immediately.
We just talked about Vex, not getting banned, maybe not getting picked up that often. And what do? They first pick Vex. So that's great. And so we have a Claudessa bow going on, so they definitely have their frontline tanky position locked down. You think anyone's going to pick up a second tank or not in the lineups here?
I'm not sure. Probably not yet. Depending, it really depends on the play style. Some teams are picking up Melody or Ray, depending on what they play more up, like before the second tank. Some are not doing it. Maybe Blazer. I don't know. It's really open right now.
Really open. Absolutely. So they have the Vermilion, they have a bow. Obviously they need to pick someone up. Well, bow I guess can lane with Vermilion, but they probably want to pick someone else. I'm assuming to lane with that Vermilion. They still need a bottom lane choice. What does SBP like to play in the bottom lane on Artemis there? Is he like Rook obviously is always a strong choice, but what else do you know Artemis to play in that role?
I know he plays like the tanky heroes like Shank. He's really likely a Shank player. Maybe Kada. Like Kada's also still open. Oh, it's a Bastion pick. Wow. Didn't expect that one.
They wanted that double tank. So they definitely locked out any more like really big tanks. So I do still think they're going to pick up like a Shank or a Hale to go in the bottom lane. That could be a pretty tanky lineup if they go that route, and if Artemis kind of builds Hale in that way or builds Shank in that way. So I guess we're going to find out here in a minute or two as F3 now has their next 2 picks.
But yeah, like when the annoying heroes are out, like I count Trixie and Harrow as really annoying heroes because like they're really it's really hard to play against them on lane. So you basically don't want them. You either want to have them early picked up or you want them banned. So it's really like they have really open space and really available choices to pick here.
Yeah. Trixie here are so much spam and poke like early game. The harass is a little unreal with those heroes, so definitely not surprised to see them banned out. So F3 taking a little bit of time here on their next 2 picks. These are pretty important picks for them because they're just going to get 1 pick after that. So I guess they have to decide if they want to pick up their bottom lane now. Or are they going to try and last pick it, or maybe pick up that Ray plus something else that they need? I don't know. Interesting to see what they do here. Who's the bottom lane player for F3 for FlipSid?
It's Nimit, but
that's right.
I'm more concerned about what Relit will go for. Like I want to see the ace, man. I want to see the ace pick.
Does he play a lot of ace?
He is like really famous for his ace in EU. Like he spams public and he plays fists on ace and just roams around with it all the time. And like if you face Reddit with ace, or like he's ace cutter player, if you face Reddit with race, you don't have a nice game.
Oh, well, that would be awesome. We've seen very little ace picked up in all of Series 2. We can pull up the stats to show that very little ace pickup. So definitely interested to see if they actually do that. But they actually pick up a card or rook. Strong picks. Nothing wrong with that. And you can leave ace for last. SBP is not going to pick ace up, especially with that bow and bastion. It's just not going to happen. So if they were going to pick up ace, there's no reason to get it now. They could save it for the end.
Yeah, now they can also like have like various choices as bottom laners. They could play Claudessa bottom, Carter bottom, Rook bottom. Like they can adapt pretty good, and it's really hard for SBP now to pick a bot laner without getting hard countered.
Yeah, right. No, absolutely right. The lineup here is not telling too much on how they're going to lane this yet. Well, last 2 picks coming out for Serious Business, please. They definitely need to get that bottom lane secured. Obviously, the last 2 picks. So I wonder what it's going to be. It's going to be interesting if they do pick up that Halo, that Shank, when they already have a bow bastion. So I don't know if that's going to happen. It's possible Artemis might play bow or bastion in the bottom lane. It has happened before. It could happen again.
Yeah, Vermilion is also a choice. Like it's bottom lane is like pretty like various heroes can go there, and it's pretty much a coin flip. I think we will see in the future that people like have locked heroes, and then people are forced to swap the bottom laners around. Like that other people need to go bottom lane than the standard players because of getting hard countered, and so more people need to pick up bottom lane.
Yeah, that's a good comment. We'll see what happens. Everyone keeps saying open beta is around the corner, and maybe it is, and maybe we'll see an influx of new players coming in. So teams and players definitely have to adapt, as things change. 2 more picks coming out. They're really thinking about these last picks, though. They should pick up a Caprice. I want to see a Caprice get picked. Or Minerva. When's the last time you saw Minerva picked up in a competitive game?
Whoa. I don't remember. I think it was in a challenger game that somebody picked it up. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I saw somebody recently pick it up.
Oh, in a bottom lane or in a dual lane?
I guess in a duo lane, but it doesn't. Oh, interesting picks here.
Wow, Moxie and Featherstone both picked up. That's interesting. So obviously, I think they're going to throw this. I think Featherstone's going to go into the bottom. It's not going to be Vermilion, and I mean it could be Moxie, but I think they're going to dual lane that Moxie. I don't know. They have an interesting lineup. How much stun and disable do they actually have coming out from Serious Business, Please? They have bow and they have bastion, right? But apart from those, and Featherstone's Q, they don't have a lot of hard disables on SBP. But I guess if we look over on FlipSid, they don't really have a lot of hard disables either, right? Classetta has her hook, her pop-up, and Vex has a slow, and I guess Carter's ult, and Rook's ult, but that's about it. No decent hard disables coming out. We'll see what they get in their last pick here.
Yeah, you can't overcommit so much on hard disables against the Vex. Then you're digging your own grave.
Yeah. Last pick. Is it going to be Ace?
But I'm really interested. They might even run the Vermilion bottom. I don't know, because the Moxie gets hard countered by the Rook if they run the Rook bottom. But Moxie usually, I don't know. I haven't played Moxie Carter in a long time, but I think Moxie is still ahead. So it will be interesting to see what Serious Business Please is playing bottom here.
That's it's a fair statement. They have a few options as well. Oh, and they pick up a Hail as their end. No Ace coming out. I'm gonna let them know. So that's our draft here. I'm letting them know that when they're ready, we're ready, and we're gonna jump into this match. And we'll get this game going. They need 1 second, guys. 1 second, then we'll start.
I still hope for the ace in the second game.
I would love to see an ace in a game we cast, since it never happens. Ace been picked up in a couple of games that we weren't able to cover. They might have been challenger games, I'm not sure, but I would love to see an ace in a game this weekend. Absolutely. Wow, these guys are taking their time. So what do you think that Hale pick? I mean, now they even have another option that they could go bottom with, right? They have a Hale, Rook, Carter. All three of these can go bottom if they want to. And they can all... Yeah. And SBP has kind of the same situation. They have a Vermilion, they have Featherstone, they have a Moxie. All three of those can technically go bottom. We'll see what they end up doing here. It's going to be interesting. I don't know if Artemis plays a lot of Featherstone or Vermilion or even Moxie. My guess is going to be a Featherstone bottom lane. Okay, waiting on one more team. Oh, there they are. Oh, let me get rid of the one person here. And starting the match.
There could also be like a 2v1 happening. Like, we didn't consider that, but the one team has Vex Rook and the other team has Vermilion and Bastion, so it might be a possibility.
You're absolutely correct. Obviously, we were just talking about kind of standard lane setups. And we'll see what they do, because they could do any type of weird scenario. Like, we can have a jungler, right? Hale can go jungle too. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? I'm excited to see it. We'll have a game here in about a minute once everyone hits their ready button. And we'll be good. Yeah, so... Interesting.
I'm really hyped, man.
For this game?
Yeah. I don't know how much Serious Business Please is training, but still, I'm hoping for a really close game and a really interesting game.
Okay. Yeah, that's I look, all I ever hope for is interesting, fun games to cast and to watch, and that's kind of why we decided to cover this match. I felt that we have a good shot of that happening. And just so you know, we might actually have a lot after we're done with SBP and F3 here. We might actually have another live match to cast. We'll let you know more. Kind of after this is over, we'll have a better understanding of what the schedule is going to be. Obviously, players set their own schedules and their own matches, so we work around it. But we might get lucky. We might actually have a live match to cast, and that'll be fun to do as well. But until then, here we go. We are loading into this game. You should probably see the stream update momentarily as that happens. And we'll be good. And we'll see what's kicking, what's going on. Oh, wow, I'm in. So let's talk about SBP's side first. Now we know who's playing who, right? Obviously, in the draft, we didn't know what the matchup was going to be. By the way, they do have a ringer on SBPlease. They're using Ferret, who's the captain of a challenger team, one of the, I think, top 3 challenger teams. So they're using a ringer this afternoon, at least in game 1 here with Ferret. So we'll see how that works out for them in that situation. But so it is going to be Artemis on that Featherstone in the bottom lane. It looks like they're going to run a Moxie Bastion in the mid lane. And then they're going to do this Bow Vermilion in the top lane. On the other side here, and by the way, who's playing who, just so we can go over it one time. Shirogami here is on Bastion. Kujikawa here is on Bow. Artemis on Featherstone, Mr. Remix is on Moxie, and Ferret is on Vermilion for SBPlease. Over here on the other side, FlipSid Tactics, we have Yepper on Claudessa. We have Lag on on Rook, and Relit is on Carter. You said he plays a really good ace and a Carter, so we'll see how that happens. Nimit is on Hale, so that's who we'll see in the bottom lane, and then Marley here is on Vex. So interesting mix-up. They're actually not going to put Vex. They're kind of switching around. I would have expected to see this Vex. Oops, sorry. Oh, I think we need to get a quick remake for lag. Let me get that over. Oop. What is it? SB. Yep. So, guys, sorry about that. We're going to remake this game just real quick. And we'll get back into this. Sorry about that. Obviously, it happens. F3 is an EU team playing on a US East. Sometimes the lag. Some servers can be pretty bad, so we do allow them a remake as long as the game hasn't, started. So we're just going to remake this real quick. We'll get right back into it much faster this time. Lobby is up. Oh, whoop, Joe. There you are. And as soon as it gets in here, I will hit this start match. But hopefully all the teams just hit ready and we'll get in. We'll not have 90 seconds of lobby time. But we'll see here. One more person to come in. And then I can hit this start match. Okay, asking if they're ready. There's one, there's two. All right, we're going. Quick as possible, get right back into the game. So, as I was saying, we'll see if they still lane it the same way. Obviously, they picking the same heroes and all that jazz. But hopefully, we get the same lane. So, what do you think about them running that Vex Rook in the mid lane instead of in the top lane, which is where we normally see that kind of mix happen?
Well, if you run Rook in the mid lane, he is after 6 very, very able to gank and help other lanes win. The problem with Rook Vex right now is usually to get till 6 and not lose before that. So we will see. Also, it's harder for the Vex to leave in mid, I guess.
Yeah. I'm just double checking. Yeah, so SBPlease is a US West team, so both games will be played on US East servers. Looks like we're not going to get a fast start, but we are 30 seconds away, and we'll get back into game. And hopefully we're good here. Hopefully pings are a lot better. But yeah, SBPlease has been US West at least since the start of Series 2. Here we go, though. Loading back in, slight delays, unfortunately, but we're back. Hopefully back for good.
Yeah, the problem is maybe the server load at the weekend on US is also higher, so that might be a problem, but there's no other time for EU teams to play US teams.
Yeah, I mean, we try and make the best of a bad situation, right? And it's not perfect, of course. But I do hope they have a better connection this time, because the worst thing to have to play with, high ping against a team who doesn't have that same type of delay as you.
Yeah, true.
So, all right, so we know the matchup. It's going to be Featherstone on the bottom lane. It's going to be Featherstone versus this Hale. How do you figure that is, at least on a hero-to-hero matchup, who has the advantage? Does Hale have an advantage over Featherstone, or does Featherstone have that advantage? They both have a throwing axe, by the way.
I think it's pretty, both are running Pincer as well, so I think they both will farm. I'm interested if Nimit is going for the Captain's Crest or if Artemis is going for the Captain's Crest in the bottom lane. But I don't know who will win. Like, this matchup is not that often played, but I think Featherstone has a slight favor, but I'm not sure.
Absolutely. Actually, I need to switch the sides here, guys, in the graphic overlay. I have those wrong. That should be a little more accurate now. Sorry about that. We'll see who gets Captain's Crest first, right? I'm assuming they're both going for Captain's Crest, because it's just what people are doing right now. I mean, maybe they won't, but we'll see. We see a lot of bounders coming out in the mid lane. You actually see a rook with a bounder instead of a razor. What do you think of bounder over razor on rook?
I think it's pretty valid in a dual lane. Like, most people are doing it in dual lane. A solo lane, it's still between razor and bounder.
Sure.
But dual lane, you're safer that way, and you have more aggression potential, especially if the Vex is running the bounder as well.
Right. Looks like both of them trying to do a little bit of hero blocking, this might be one of the last times you'll see hero blocking or creep blocking happening, since there's a change coming where you won't interact with your own creeps anymore. So no more creep blocking will be happening in the game once that happens. And we'll see how that does, right? That's going to be a weird change. I don't know how that's going to affect the game. Good or bad.
Yeah, it will affect definitely 2v1s, because 2v1s you like blocked that far, so you could like have 3 waves in the tower or 4 waves, and you can't do that anymore.
But yeah, that's true actually, yeah. Very, very
really
true.
I'm really interested what Artemis is maxing here.
In his skill build, you mean?
Yes.
He has one in Power Hungry and one in Crystal Shot. And they're actually going to go in on each other here. Not the greatest idea, of course, but Artemis does have that slow effect. They're taking a lot of damage. Someone's going to die right here, and I think it's going to be Nimit.
Wow.
First blood happens. I did not expect that to happen. I didn't expect a Hail just to go toe-to-toe with a Featherstone like that. And he has 2 points in Crystal Shot now. Still 1 point in Power Hungry. And, I mean, that was pretty close. I think if he didn't have that point in Power Hungry, it might have been a different fight. But he did. Very interesting.
The armor penetration is really, really crucial in the beginning, in the early game of Featherstone. Like, if you max the Q, some heroes don't even have like negative armor in the beginning if you like gank or somebody. So it's really, really a strong point.
Right. I don't think there's no negative armor in Strife, right? Like in Han, there actually is negative armor, but I don't believe there's negative armor calculations for Strife. I'm assuming if you're 0 or lower, you just don't have any armor.
The UI tells minus something, but I don't know if it like actually counts or if it's actually in the calculation based on the damage you deal. But I don't know. It rarely happens.
Right. But that was first blood. It's not a huge thing to get first blood that early on in the bottom lane, as long as Hale can just kind of focus in and farm back up. I mean, there's a huge gold lead difference going on right now. And that's what Hale just needs to focus on getting back. But they're going to go on each other, but I think Hale is in some trouble right now. He got hit twice with the Q. He does dodge one of them, though, and that will be his save.
And mid lane, they were duking it out as well.
But Shirogami might get away. Couple attacks. It was just one. It seemed like lag was a little lagged there on the attack. Nice armor coming out, but it's not going to be enough. They are going to chase it down. And they're going to get the double kill there, so very well indeed. However, in this bottom lane, Artemis is kind of just controlling the lane right now. Not much Nimit can do in the current situation. His gold lead is definitely a falling behind, or his gold deficit. Falling behind quite a bit right now.
Yeah, if you fall behind this early, it's really, really hard to come back, especially in the Hale matchup against another range hero. Because as soon as he gets the boots, you will never be able to get more than one hit on him. So it's really, really hard for Nimit right now.
Right. Like, he just has to try and farm under tower as best he could. Hale's, I think, okay at doing that. And he just has to figure out how to get his gold back up, that's all. He's going to have a weak early game. Doesn't mean it's going to set the pace for the rest of the game, though. How are the other lanes doing here? There's a Captain's Crest finish on Bo, and a Captain's Crest finish on Claudessa, so they're basically canceling each other out with the Captain's Crest for the most part. Obviously, if there's one creep wave over another, it's a little different, but we'll see how that goes. What do you think of this Sage Circlet, by the way, on Carter?
Like, I've seen it in multiple times for Reddit. Like, he likes to build it. He has I don't know, you can't see the enchantment in spectator mode, but I'm pretty sure he has, like, the magic amplifying enchantment, because when I was spectating him earlier, he was doing it quite often. Like, Carter has a mana problem, and if you're going for Diadem anyway later, it's a pretty good investment.
Sure, yeah. I mean, it gives you that early increase in mana total, which can scale with Diadem later. Absolutely. Yeah, we'll see how that turns out. But for the most part, it looks like Serious Business Please is pushed up in all three lanes. I think they're winning on the gold graph ever so slightly, about a 7,500 difference right now. And otherwise, it's pretty even. Actually, looks like, no, they're about even on XP. So, still early game. Not a lot going on here. Waiting for... Go ahead.
I think that Artemis might have a problem later as soon as...
Marley taking a lot of damage here. Oh, the ult is going to miss by Mr. Remix. That catastrophe was not able to land. Otherwise, they would have at least traded kills there. But in the end, they have to take out Bastion, and that is that. So, Serious Business actually, I think, losing. Even though they do have this lane pushed up, they've, what's like 3 kills now that they're feeding over to FlipSid Tactics, so they definitely have the advantage going on. Man, this top tower, or sorry, this bottom tower is taking a lot of damage. I wonder when that's going to fall.
Yeah. But it's good for F3 that they're like winning the mid lane, so it opens up gank potential for the Vex and the Rook, and then we might see an engage on bottom. Yeah.
Here it comes. Oh, the ult's going to miss by Nimit, though, and that is that. Marley is going to stick around a bit here, get the gold, and then maybe get on out.
That's exactly what I was scared about, because the Featherstone only has a pincer to defend himself, no bounder, no escape at all. And like if they do a combo with Rook or the Vex and Hail ulti, he might have a problem. But yeah, that's cancelled for now, 2 minutes.
They could have... do you think it would have been better if if Vex would have ulted, you know, lower down into the lane? Because where he ulted was basically just allowed Featherstone just to kind of back off in lane and just walk away.
Yeah, I think it was some slight miscommunication on F3's part, but they could have gotten a kill.
Sure. However, Nimit here on Hail has recovered for the most part on his GPM. It's obviously it's still lower than Artemis, and that tower is definitely going down. And they got to be careful here. But there's Artemis just backing out. Nimit taking a lot of damage here. That ult is scary, scary if you just sit there and take it. But he's trying his best to hold this tower block, but this tower is going to fall right here. And Nimit in a little bit of trouble, just going to back off. That's going to be that.
Yeah, on top lane they exchanged some bros, like Kuya died and Marley died. No, not Marley, Relit died.
Oh, yeah. Marley went top and died.
Not Marley, it was Relit. Like
Relit
not
Marley,
and,
right, yeah.
And the bow.
That's right, that's right. They need to be careful in the mid lane here. They might lose this tower very soon. Even though they've been getting a lot of kills on Bastion and on Moxie here, this tower though, they're still keeping the pressure high. So even though they're getting kills, they're not really turning it into any type of like mid lane pressure on FlipSide's side.
Yeah, that was the risk in the beginning. Like when the Vex is ganking, it's only the Rook who can stay behind, and Rook is not that good at defending towers. So, right. But we see an engagement happen mid.
Absolutely, it doesn't look like anything's going to come of it though. But they did stop the push for a second. In the top lane, they're just going back to farming. But it looks like Artemis is just going to be content with pushing in a tier 2 tower. And I guess there's nothing Hale can really do about it right now. He does have his Captain's Crest. Artemis did not opt to get a Captain's Crest, by the way.
But Please is doing really good. Like, as soon as the Vex leaves, they're punishing the mid lane tower for it and pushing in instantly. It's really, really well done.
Yeah, absolutely, right? And this is probably why putting Vex in the mid lane is not the best option. But here they go on to Artemis here. Nice ult by Hale. Going to get the slow off. Going to get the Vorbis Swarms. I think Artemis is going to fall here unless he can get something going. One more. Auto attack's all it needs. Going to have to bounder and he's going to pick it off. Good job, Marley. They really needed to get that kill. This opens up a lot of space.
And top lane.
Oh, and the top lane. We did miss. Oh, here comes Vex, though. That ult is up. Bo might be in a little bit of trouble. It is a Bo, though. I think he's going to be okay. Nope, he's not going to be okay. So, FlipSid showing some nice signs of life here after the early laning phase. But this opened up a lot of room for this Hale for a little while. To kind of recover his farm. And as you can see, he's actually almost even now with this Fetterstone.
Yeah, we saw a little engagement in mid lane as well, where Shirogane used his ult, but he couldn't get it on Leg or Marley, so...
A lot of actions happening. A lot of actions. A lot of action is happening. There goes another tower in the top lane in FlipSid's favor. So 2 towers down, 1 for each team. Lag's got to be careful here. He's going to get stunned out by Bastion. There goes the ult. Mr. Remix, Catastrophe coming out. Nice play. And I think this tower is going to fall right now. And here comes Bo, even to, just to secure it. A lot of action. I love it.
Yeah, and really close game as well. That's just really, really good fun to watch.
What, are they going to rotate over to Baldir here now? It doesn't look like there's any response coming. Well, here they come. I don't know if they're going to be here fast enough, though. This is... Yeah, they definitely know. They spotted out with the rocket, but this is falling so quick. A team fight's going to happen here. Bastion misses the stun, and everyone's just going to fall back.
Bo Bastion is like securing the Baldir without the team taking damage, so if you like don't pay attention to the Baldir vision all the time, they do it that fast without being punished.
Yep. And that's the first Baldir of the game, going into SBPlease's favor, or SBPlease is who they now known as. So it looks like a lot of jungling going on. Any odd items picked up that you can see. Artemis, by the way, picking up a Golden Protector as his first item, which against this Hale is not a bad item at all.
Yeah, the only guy who can duel him right now is probably Relat on Carter, and the rest is like he won't lose damage and won't lose the lane to anybody else. But
here comes Carter now, though. There's the ult on to Artemis. Artemis is going to get ulted again by Carter here. It's going to hit, taking a lot of damage. She's just going to die. And again, they're opening up a lot of room for this Hale. They might even be able to take this bottom tower now.
They're counter-engaging mid, though.
Absolutely. But Brook is here, and they're going to back off. Ults are down. Mr. Remix is going to have to back off. He's going to get popped back, though. Got to be careful. They want this little cat. One more auto attack. Nice ult in by Marley. And Bastion is going to fall, too. One more auto attack. Oh, my God. The whole team going down. Bo's going to ult away, and he's not going to make it. And I think they just opened themselves up for a Syndara attempt. That was a very nice fight by FlipSid there.
Yeah, like they committed they committed to the fight, and then they abused the opportunity and counter-engaged perfectly. It was really, really well played.
Right. They are taking a top tower, or maybe a top tower here, unless somebody gets here. So they traded Syndara. They will get this tier 2 at least for it.
Yeah, they traded 2 tower, actually. Like, Ferret took the first, and now the second, probably.
Sure. Oh, they have someone ported in, but it's for E-Shrek. Oh, they don't... Actually, does get the tower as the last hit, but he does fall, and this monkey's going to start pushing. There are 2 towers here in the mid lane, So at best, or at worst, they should only lose these 2 towers, right?
Yeah, I agree. Was it pretty interesting what Nimit is doing all the time? Since he got the throwing axe and is like was kind of behind in the early game, he's always like going to the ancients and farming those when he has the time. It's really, really interesting to watch.
Yeah, I guess Valor kind of has that ancient advantage in the bottom lane, don't they? If you think about in the 1v1 matchup, and especially on someone like Hale, who can just fall back, farm the ancients, especially once you lose your tower, and then come back into lane. It's a pretty decent gold boost. But here we go. Nobody is following that monkey except we have Moxie trying to take it out, but they want this tier 2 tower instead, and just gonna let that. They're just gonna let the monkey go on its own for a while. But here's a big fight. Bastion came in, missed his stun though, and that's gonna be that. No one's dead yet. This tower is definitely gonna fall in a moment. Marley, one more auto attack's gonna finish him off. Lag taking a lot of damage. They really want to make it happen. They do get the kill there. So 2 down. They're on the big chase. Bo's going to fall in the ring of fire. Here comes Nimit, though, for the kill. Ferret does get ulted. Nice ult by Ferret just to get away. Will it be enough? It might be. He's on the run. Shiragami's going to pay for this, though. Here comes Carter, though. I mean, here comes... Not Carter. Here comes Moxie. They do finish off the monkey, however. And at the same time, Artemis is going to take a tier 2 tower. He wants to just finish it. Marley is here, though. Marley might be in a little bit of trouble. I don't know. I think Artemis is going to take a lot of damage here. One more is all it's going to really take. Nice dodge. He gets barely hit by it. One more auto attack. I think Marley is going to be able to finish this off with the bounder. Yeah. But at the same time, they are going to get a... Oh, maybe not. Here comes... Kill it. Oh, the bow ult missed completely.
Oh, that could have been...
that would have been... And no kills are going to happen. They want to finish this off, though. It's so low. But they just want one more, a couple auto attacks. They're just going to go for it. Oh, nice stun onto Lag there. He's going to be able to make it over the wall, though. They didn't have a follow-up stun for him. And that was that. I always mispronounce Bo's name. Fujikawa. That's how I'm going with it. I will mispronounce it again. Don't you guys worry.
Yeah, it's so hard after they all renamed.
I know, right?
I can't pronounce half of the names anymore. It's so
That's
so
okay.
hard.
It's all right. One day I'll get it. But they do finish off that Baldir kill. That could have been, yeah, if that bow ult would have hit, that would have been very, very nice.
Yeah, with so much action in the last 5 minutes, they never stopped. Like, never slowed down. They went from the top lane to Baldir and bottom lane. It was really, really insane.
Yeah, they keep trading the gold lead. Back and forth. Right now, the gold lead's in SBPlease's favor. Here's a bunch of people, though. Bastion's gonna face check a bush. Gonna just get melted down. And this mid tower might be in some trouble now.
It's pretty interesting to see the Hale with the teleport boots, so he's just split pushing, and then when the team fight is happening, he's helping his team. And they're getting the mid tower now.
Absolutely, and actually going in, there is the wind rush used. Not going to be enough, though. They just pop back a bow, but it is a bow. And they're interested in towers right now. They're interested in towers. Artemis is in a little bit of trouble here. I think he's going to be fine for the moment, but they're going to start pushing in on this tier 1. Last tower, well, that's not the last tower left. There is this tier 2 in the mid still.
Yeah, he was dueling with Nimit, and both were low at the end, but they will...
There's going to be a fight breaking out right here, though. Here comes, they got to be careful. Lag spotting them out here, and they're just going to back off. No big fights happening. They're going to disengage. Or are they not? They're actually all still here. No, we lost Hale. Hale's coming back, though. Or he's just going to go mid. Yep, they're backing off. Waiting for a fight to happen. I don't think it's going to happen, though.
Oh, this is interesting now, because Marley TP'd in the mid. I don't know if he has ult up. He probably has ult up, but Nimit TP'd top as well. Like, yeah, there might be a base race here. I don't know.
It might be a base race. I think they can defend a generator, though. They have Carter here. They have Rook here. They're definitely going to force it, though. And here's Claudessa on the uphill. Waiting for something to happen. Waiting for somebody to face check it. Nobody wants to make anything happen right now. Alright, they're just gonna back off. Take some treasure chests. Oh, they might gonna try and pinch here. Nah, not gonna happen either.
Oh, he took it. He took the treasure chest.
They did steal the treasure chest though. So SBP basically pushed F3 all the way back up to their base, and now it looks like they're on the reverse side here. And here comes Syndara right on time. However, Hale is going to take a generator if they just sit around here. Oh, here we go. We have somebody coming back to stop this. So we have a 4-on-4 fight. It's pretty fair. Yepper might be in a little bit of trouble. Oh no, Shirogama misses the stun, and that's going to be the end of that little engagement, I think.
Oh no, they're in the corner. Nimit TP'd, and now, oh my god.
Here comes the fight. Bo gets a nice ult off, but he dies in the meantime. Marley goes down. Lag is actually still up. Gotta be careful here. They still have 2 up. They can put out a lot of damage, but I think they're going to give up this Sindara, or are they going to go in on it? They're here.
They're trying to take high ground and engage there.
They're here,
yeah.
But I don't think they're going to be able to do this. Sindara falls real fast, and they're not losing a lot of health from this.
They're low on mana.
They are.
Low on mana. This might be a possibility.
They need to make it happen if they're going to make it happen. Right now, there it goes. But here comes Nimit in the front line, taking a lot of damage. Artemis, and they're just going to back out. They're actually going to give up this Sindara if they're not careful. They still... There it is. There is Artemis, though. Is going to go after Lag. One more auto attack's all it's going to need. He's going to get away. But wow, they're really holding this off because here comes the rest of the team. Holding it down. Really. Here comes Bo, full health, full mana. And I think they're going to steal this Sindara kill. Bo's going to finish it off.
They did some really good job on marking it all the time. Like, every time the time went up, like, somebody did a shot or to mark Sindara again so they don't lose the right to kill it. It was really, really well done.
Yeah, they kept it on their side. Yeah, that was nicely done. So now they have the big monkey coming at them this time. Ferret, looking for a pick? Nope, not gonna happen.
And they have the team come to dive, maybe, and even, like, shield it and get a generator. Like, Bastion and Bo are really good for that.
Yeah. They're gonna put it top, though. They don't want to deal with this mid tower, it looks like. Or nope, they're gonna put it bottom. Because there is a big wave coming down here. But here comes Marley, here comes Nimit. I think they're gonna lose this tower, at least before the monkey gets here. So we'll see how this goes. Monkey is pushing, but nobody is here except for Ferret. Vermilion alone cannot protect a monkey, but so many people are missing off the map, they're just going to get out. Oh, ult is used by Relit onto Moxie, and it's going to be wasted. We have...
This might be a problem at the generator now.
Yeah, they have 70 seconds, but this monkey's going to be up there on this generator well before 70 seconds are up.
Yeah, because at the generator you're using the ult to zone either the AP carry or the AD carry out, and they can't do it right now.
Here comes a big push. They do have Vex split pushing. I'm assuming he has his ult up. They need to get Lag over here, though, in a moment. Or are they just gonna...
Those cutter rockets, though. They almost killed Ferret.
Oh, yes, in the back. But here comes the big push. Here's Lag. Nice ult by Hale. The Rook ult even going off. Mystery Mix is just going to fall. They're taking a lot of damage, but Ferret's on the uphill doing some work himself. Shirogama is going to go down. Kujikawa is going to go down as well. One more auto attack ult's going to take. Oh, and that is not what you want to happen when you're pushing with the monkey.
It was interesting play because they weren't even 5. Like, Artemis was top and they still went in and like they wanted to take the generator.
Well, Lag wasn't there at when they went in. Lag was in mid. He was rotating over there. He got there just in time for that fight, and then it was basically a 4v5 with against the monkey. But
looks like the damage.
They're gonna try. He wants to try and sneak in this generator here, but Marley's here to stop it. Hopefully. But here we go. Tier 2 towers going down. Now, I guess they're just going to back off. They got what they came for, and that's that. rotate over to Baldirs. There's going to be a little fight coming up here. This is going to be up in a moment. It's ticking away. Going to tick. Or no, there's 2 more. I think that has to hit. It's hard to tell in spectator mode because we don't get timers. We have to look at the animation timer because it's about to happen. It's about to spawn right now. As soon as this ticks over here and this lights up, Baldir's going to spawn. And we'll see if there's a fight that happens.
It's a constant back and forth.
Like, yeah, this is a crazy match. Oh, they're going in. They want to get this Claudessa. The pinch is happening, but from behind, here's Marley. Here's Lag. There's a big fight happening. Yepper's taking a lot of damage. They did find it. Marley's going into the mid here. He wants Mr. Remix. Does take him out. He goes down himself. However, here comes Hale. Gonna get ulted, though. Hale gonna start taking a lot of damage. Artemis on Featherstone has the ult up. They're trying to get in. Oh my god, so much damage coming out from them, though. Lag doing work. Nice ult, and he's going to back out, though. Ferret here on Vermilion. I don't know. Bo is going to be... There goes the Windrush. There goes the Rocket. Wow. So much back and forth fighting going on, and they're definitely going to give up this Baldir now.
Yeah, that's the present they're getting for winning the team fight, the Baldir. But it was well deserved. It was really so clutch again.
And here comes Marley. He actually ulted in for this to get this tower. That's how much they really want this tower down. But they do have Bo here. Bo is just trying to clear some creep waves. It's not going to be enough, but here comes Moxie as well, and that's going to be enough to save it for now. However, Vex ulted in, so 90 seconds, no ult for Vex. I guess they don't expect to take any type of team fight until then. So what do you think? How does SBP kind of get back into this game? Because they're losing by about 5,000 gold right now. They have a 5,000 gold difference, 9,000 XP difference. They're definitely behind right now. What can they do to kind of get back in this?
Moxie has the first, his Hexbane picked up now. I think that it's really hard for them to focus their backline. They can't get the Kada and they can't get the Rook down, and that's where the most damage is coming from. So they need a really good bow ult to make this work.
Yeah, they got to get a real good pick on one of these 2 guys right here, right? And if they can make that happen, when is Sindar going to be up? Sindar is not up for a little while. We need both of these to tick. Or is it about to be up? No, they're just reporting out.
I can't tell, it's so hard.
Well, yeah, we don't have timers. All we can do is use the animation timer, and it's close. There's a couple more it needs to happen here. One day we'll get the timers fixed in spec mode. But they're all sitting around. Oh, there it is. All right, it is up. We were a little wrong. But there's going to be another fight around this Sindara, or they're just going to give it up.
I don't think they have. If they give it up, I think they will lose the generator, so they will try to.
They're kind of giving it up right now because they're nowhere near setting up for that, right? They have Artemis here, just pushing back the top lane, and that's their cue. Just go and start it. If Artemis isn't here, there's no way they can win a team fight.
No, they can't. And like Artemis is the main.
And they're going to try and just take a tier 2 in the top lane, maybe. So they're going to try and trade a tower, but nope, looks like Marley's coming in to defend this. So, and from behind, actually, nice Hexbane out, but it's just not enough. Those rockets came in. Oh, man. And everyone is kind of melting here. And here comes the push again, and everyone's kind of on the run. Here comes an ult even, and Marley. But Shiragama is going to dodge away. Not going to be enough. Going to take a lot of damage. Yepper going in hard on Artemis here. They're really jumping in. They're going to back out. Oh, nice work by Ferret. Taking out Lag there. They lost half their main damage for the team, so they got to be careful. They still have a Hale here, though. They still have Carter. But this monkey's going to start pushing. Oh, they're going to go in onto Vex here. Vex going to shield himself. Going to be fine. Purging that slow.
Yeah, with only the 2 ADs as the main damage dealer of Serious Business, please. It's really hard until the Crushing Mace to burst down the front lane tanks, and even Nimit. Even Nimit is tanky enough, so he can endure them and waste their time before they can reach the back line. It's really, really insane.
Yep. Yeah, he did build pretty tanky on this Hail with Warp Boots. They have a lot of map control. But they're going to start another Baldir. Get even more gold for them. And that's that. So did they give up the monkey again? Have we seen the monkey push a generator yet?
No, but it was mid and I got it like more or less for free.
Yeah. So there's been 3 Sindara kills, but not one of them has led to an actual like generator push. SBP got lucky. Marley's in a lot of trouble right here, though. Here's the entire team from SBPlease. Marley is gonna go down.
Now they have the opportunity. Maybe Nimit is pulling down though. Like they will go for something here. This is like an opportunity. 40 seconds.
They have to. They got to try and make something happen here. Force a fight. Nemit wants to get a gen though, and this is a crazy base race. Nice dodge of all those rockets. That could have been deadly.
It's risky. Like Artemis can't port back here. Like the Hail isn't fast enough to get the generator while they get the generator, and they need to risk something.
Yeah, Mystery Mix taking a lot of damage there on those rockets. But here they go. I don't think they're going to be able to stop this. This might be a generator base race. And he's porting back, actually. Or actually, he's porting into the top lane. Artemis going down. This generator's very close. And here is Nimit going in. Nice bounder away by... Not going to be enough. He's just going to fall. Poor Moxie is 9 lives, 1 less short. And they're still on the chase here. Ferret as well. And this is going to turn into a generator race for F3 now.
Yeah, I think that could have gone way better, man. Like, there was, again, some miscommunication there, because Artemis wanted the generator, and the bow wanted to fight.
They could have had that gen. They could have had this generator.
They could have either picked up some kills and backed off and tried to make something like that happen, or get the generator and trade kills, trade their lives for it.
Oh my god, they are on all 3 generators right now. It looks like they're not... Okay, they're not going to try and tank that. They're just going to go for the mid one. But at the same time, Marley's just got the bottom gen. That's a huge gold lead. They got the mid gen. This is huge for them. Shiragama's here. He has the ult coming off. He doesn't know which way to go, though. He's in a lot of trouble right now. Moxie coming in helping them. They're still alive. So they did not die here, but they did just lose 2 generators. That's a huge, huge gold swing. And if you look at the gold graph, you can see it just plummets down. 30,000 gold lead is pretty hard to come back from.
Yeah, most of the items are more tankiness again, so it will be really, really hard to burst through the front line. Yeah, so they need a pickup.
This Vex is building tanky. Obviously, this Claudessa is pretty tanky. This Hail is super tanky now. It's getting pretty tough for them, yeah. And so Ferret does have a Crushing Mace, so that's good. And Artemis does have a Crushing Mace as well. But I don't know. It's a lot of tankiness going on. Are we going to have a fight around the Baldir pit? Maybe? Maybe? Or not? They have the high ground.
Oh, Yeper coming in from behind.
Oh, but Yeper way too far behind. He's going to go down. Marley's coming in, though. I don't know. Here comes a big fight. They're taking a lot of damage, and Marley somehow does stay alive. Ferret gonna get ulted here, and that is that. I think this might be game with this generator.
Yeah,
and they're going right past the generator and straight for the Crux, it looks like.
Yeah, Nimit had, like, they used everything to kill Cordessa, and then Nimit had, like, an ultimate on 4 people or something, so...
They spent a lot killing that Claudessa, and then everyone was just too close to follow up. So this looks like this is going to be the end of game 1. We'll just wait for the official end, which is going to be right now. And we will exit out of here and get ourselves kind of set up for game 2. So first game goes to FlipSid3.